Menu narration option is set to off. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to the servers.
Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Knocked down immediately.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Holds it in at the 40. And they'll stop him right there on the return. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Out wide left, it's Eccles. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Defense wants to bring the heat. The give on fourth down. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense jumps on it. That turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble and gets the stop on 4th down.
Off-play action. They're all over him. And he never had a chance. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that...
Breaks into the open on the left. He's at the 40, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. That's reeled in, it's Eccles. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Searching for space. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Out wide right, it's Watkins. Still running at the 40. Makes the grab in their space. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. Going to the run, it's Berry. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a give to Durham. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing. Stop short of the goal line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got his man out of the backfield. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Looking for room. Spin, still running. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. As you will bring the punt team on the field. First part was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Not a lot of room to field this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. He's got it down the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute.
It's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking for the edge. He's got enough. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and the fullbacks don't run long routes. Most of the time you keep those guys short off of a little play action or a run fake. Gets the catch, secures it, gets a little bit of yardage.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. He'll start the return inside the spot. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. A snap was to throw to start this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first. Takes an easy completion. Breaks into the open. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He'll throw it. Misses badly on that one.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy to go.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hauls it in. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
to throw again. Shoots it to the left. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Hits inside, it's Berry. He's past the marker. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Moving the pocket, it's Levin. Oh, pressure's coming. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll run it. It's Berry. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This time they'll throw it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Auburn lines up quickly. Trying to establish the run. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle to give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Hands it off. Turning it on. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he's brought down after a short gain. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
And that's That's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
We'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Driven back. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Back's got it on the screen. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Good right down the boulevard. Now a two-possession game at 24-13.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the run from inside. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the wideout. First play of this drive. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have two more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Right side, it's Eccles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's...
Makes a grab and room to run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They still have work to do, trailing by two possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Under pressure. Hill throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Quarterback signaling to his guy. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Look out! Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Auburn to the line in a hurry. 2nd down to the air. The throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Needs it here on 4th down. He tries to take the top off. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Hits the hole. It's Gage. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll ride him again. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Got to make the play on 4th. Caught. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The offense starts this drive late in the game with very poor field position. Keeps it on the ground. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw. That's caught. It's Eccles. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the 1st down.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes
it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Running inside, it's Berry. Stopped right there. The Tigers spin their third and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Handoff, Caden Durham. At the 45, on his way. There's some room. He's up. He is in. Touchdown, Tigers. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll try to tack on one more. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Fresh set of downs going up top. Still looking. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just
makes the catch, and he's free. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side. And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The give to Caden Durham. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Levin. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down. Got a first down. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Running right, it's Durham. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.